What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Line on the Stars. I'm Jordan, and we're back today with another episode of the DeAgostini Millennium Falcon from Fanhome. And we are going to be going ahead and moving on to stages 25 and 26. Now, I know we've been talking a lot about getting mods done and getting some of that patented Kashyyyk streak, as I like to call it, done. But in order to do so, I maybe should, look ahead and see how many more sections we need to build. Now, there is one more interior section in the next pack, but it's only a very small piece of it. And in order for me to feel comfortable moving on, I want to go ahead and just finish up what we have to do with stages 25 and 26. Now, we are actually skipping over stage 24 because stage 24 is a very big stage, a very important stage, and one that I'm actually looking forward to covering in next week's episode during Star Wars week. And so, yeah, this one's going to be pretty cool, and definitely be looking forward to next week because we're going to be hitting a pretty big milestone, actually, in this build as we cross the 25% of the way done mark, which is where this one also happens to fall. So, let's go ahead and get started and unpackage stages 25 and 26. I'm going to go ahead and just do this off camera real fast. And what I'm going to do is basically just pull everything out. We have a couple more of our base sections for the bottom part of the, basically the plastic pieces that hold up the Falcon. And it's going to support the Falcon as we go along. This one is a little mangled. I'm a little worried about that. I might be able to take my heat gun. Oh, God, that's a terrible thought. But I might be able to take my heat gun and fix it. Or I could also ask Fanhome for a replacement. But, ooh, this was the last package. So, nope, never mind. 30 days. Yeah, 30 days to request. But I may ask anyway. Who knows? Fanhome's pretty cool about stuff like that. So, but basically, I'm just going to go ahead and pull all the things that are relevant for these two stages out, and we will be right back. All right, so here is the parts for stage 25 that we're going to be using, and stage 26. It's kind of funny, actually, it's like, I get it, we're saving a lot of our parts, and it's for, a big shebang later on, but, it's come on, you guys. So, what we need to do is separate each one of these pieces off of their sprues and then connect them individually. I'm not going to do that in advance. I'm just going to go ahead and do that as we go along. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? All right, so after a moment of trying to decipher what DeAgostini wanted me to do there, I have my sprues lined up with the appropriate panels that we're going to go ahead and put them on. So, and I'm just going to quickly assemble, and you guys will quickly see what I'm doing as I'm going along. right, so there's the first one. Turned out pretty good. For as much as of a pain in the ass as this is, it really is a cool effect, and I can't wait to get our weathering on there. So, let's go ahead and move on to our next piece. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish up the second one here. I always love when you finish off a sprue. Don't know why, but I do. And that rhymed. Hey, would you look at you? I'd see myself out, but this is my channel, so you guys are watching it and have to listen. Ha ha ha! I do the same thing to my employees. Like, hey, you have to listen to me. And if it's me being an idiot, well, it sucks for you. Alright. Here's the end of our second piece. That looks really good. I like that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next set of sprues. Go ahead and clear some of our sprue dust off here. So, back to a regular cut. Still use like regular like stick files and like sanding file, standing things, but like this, when it comes to like actual sprue work, like taking care of the gates, it's the best thing. And it will get things shiny too if you really work at it too. So found mine on new type for about 28 before shipping. It seems to be the best place to find it. I just picked up the regular racer. You can get the entire racer set, I believe, for like $45. I would link it in my description, but I don't have enough subscribers. So, hey, subscribe. If you're not already. Oh, and I just... Oh, right like that. Bruh. I just stuck my finger just right in there. There's a pun. Or that's what she said somewhere in there. But anyway, we move on. I hope some of you are rolling your eyes. I love it. Alright, here's the last one on this sprue. Well, the last one on this particular piece. On this... Oh, Jordan. I will often edit out my idiocy, guys. The old think beers... There, I just did it. The old say before you speak thing. Alright, here's our third piece all taken care of. Excellent. That looks really good. I like the way these look. Let's go ahead and move on to our final piece here. And these are also at the 45. Now, this particular piece of the corridor that we're building is the, basically not the elevator, but the ladder down to the lower gun port. Well, I guess it would be both gun ports. It's going to be where you can go up or down. And it is going to be in a very, very difficult spot to see. So I'm not going to be going too crazy on the weathering. We are going to get a little bit of that in here with just a little bit of a wash that we're going to put over the top here real quick. And basically we're going to kind of leave it as is. And then once it's assembled, we will see what we can see in essence. And we will weather from there. But, I'm just trying to be like Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy on a spot that we're just not going to be able to see at all. It's in a very, very, it's in a very unseeable spot, but it's cool that it's there. So we'll just put it that way. Alright, our very last one of these to do for a minute. A lot of the next work that we're going to be doing is going to be either on modding and painting the inside or building some frame pieces. I'm taking a look ahead. It's going to be quite a bit of frame stuff, and like I said, we got a very important episode coming up next week, so really excited to bring that one to you on Star Wars Week 2. Alright. Part cleaned up here. Gotta get my eraser put away. A little bit of glue. And if you guys haven't done this for applying glue, it's just my pin vise, and then I have a piece of 22 gauge wire that I've cut a piece off, and then just it's what I use for applying my glue. It helps with the finger sticking thing, because you guys know I love that. Alright. So there's our last piece there taken care of. That's pretty cool. Now, to actually show you guys something real quick, go ahead and get my tools put away here, at least a couple of them. I want to clutter up my workbench here. What we're going to do in order to get rid of the CA is I'm going to take my lighter. Fire! Fire! And you just burn it off. So, my Beavis impersonation. There we are. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 26. So before we do that, however, like I said, we're going to go ahead and grab some wash. And so what I have is some Vallejo black wash, an acrylic wash. Don't want to go crazy with super high chemicals, and so especially enamels and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this here. Let's get a little bit of our wash. Probably going to need a little bit more than that. There we go. Right onto my workbench. But this, my friends, is why we keep that handy. This poor mat is fairly new, and it has just taken a beating of late. Let me tell you, I don't mind, but my goodness. So we got a little bit of IPA here. Go ahead and get that cleaned off. All right. So now, what we're simply going to do is I'm going to grab a very soft brush. Let me go into my wash here. I got my towel that I just used, very handy. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over the top. Let that settle in for half a second. Then, grab my towel and just go ahead and add a little bit more here. Pull this a little off too much, a little bit too much off there on the bottom. I'm just going to kind of, just like that. Just leave it dirty. Some of our wash. And grab our towel. And just kind of dab. I'm going to leave a lot of that dirt on there. Chewie's a nasty, nasty, nasty thing. You know, Chewie's a cool character, but you know, he's a big dog. Han does not like when they go to wet planets. Camino? That'd be a no. Literally, no. Yeah. Probably wouldn't hurt. A little bit of wash there, too. Oh, can't hurt at all. Yeah, turned out good. So I'm going to do that over here real quick. And on this one real quick. Like, do I want to do that everywhere? And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. I want this wash everywhere. I imagine that this is, you know, where we connect up, so we have a really dirty spot. There we are. Let's catch the outside of this one here as well. And you know what? Done. The cool thing about weathering is, like, you don't want to be, like, uber precise or anything like that. You want to be just, like, get your color down and just roll with it, you know? Just like that. Yeah, I might take a little bit that's left here, and I might pick a couple spots where a little bit of high points. I'll go ahead and get that off to the side there. Then I'm just going to do one of these. And we're done. So those are all nice and weathered up. That's pretty cool. I like it. Nice and easy. So that's going to be the start of most of our Kashyyyk streaking, so to say. So let's go ahead and open numbers, stage number 26 here. Alright, so we're going to be building the access tunnel, so let's go ahead and grab, let's see here, do we need, these are all just dovetail connections, so I think it's fairly, this is a very simple stage here. So, let's go ahead, oh, goodness me, these are super hard to grab. Alright, so this piece, number 7, where does this one go? You know, this piece is for later. And I'm not quite sure which stage it was, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it with our other stuff over here. Alright, fairly simple stage. What we're going to do is we're going to grab, this looks like the floor. That is definitely the ceiling. And we're going to go ahead and set it up just like they have here. And these are just dovetail connections, so you just have the small little slots that are down here on the bottom. And we are going to take, what is it? The rear outer panel, which is the fatter one here. And we're just going to go ahead and slot it in, just like so. And I am going to use some CA, so I'm going to need to grab a little bit more CA, as that thing just stuck right to my, oh god, right to my hand, just like stuck right to it, like it was like, hi, I hear you don't like CA, so would you like to get some of that on your hand? Jesus. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the CA on my pin, and I'm going to drop it on the dovetail, keeping my parts nice and together. I'm going to let this sit for just a moment, and we will be right back. Alright, that one's nice and sealing up. Let's go ahead and get our rear inner panel and get it put into its dovetail. And slot it into place. That looks really good. So now what I'm going to do, as I see here, is we probably could, just in case we have a little bit of CA there, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of CA here and run it along the inside of the panel so that they can connect up together. And run some CA inside, which is a much more appropriate place for that. There we are. Go and get that slotted into place. Now, I'm going to hold this just like this for a minute or two. Oh, just like that. And we will be right back. All right, there it is. Nice and matched up. Looks really good with the weathering on there too, actually, I gotta say. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a turnaround, and that can go down in there a little bit further. Oh, no. So, I was like, nope, you're not stuck together yet. So, go ahead and just run a little bit of a bead CA right through here. Okay, so now let's grab our front. I guess it would be the forward outer panel. We're going to go ahead and put this one into place just like this. Yep. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my CA. Get it into the dovetail, and then quickly get our piece on, because remember that CA is gap filling medium, so it will quickly expand. Yeah, and it's a super tiny little space here that they got to make their way through here, as you can see. So let's go ahead and connect up our next piece. I'm going to go ahead and grab some CA and run it on the inside here. Sorry, we're low on CA, but I think we have just enough because we just have like one more panel to put on. And I'm not going to seal up the tops just for the top panel just for the sake of, oops, just in case. All right, we're going to go ahead and put that one in. I'm going to go ahead and get these positioned and held in place for just a moment, and we will be right back. All right, it's hard to see. I mean, obviously, like, these are things that are probably going to be seen now and probably never seen again. But that does look really, really good. So then we're going to take it like this, and it's going to have the, like, whatever these are. I guess it would be the forms where they've cut them and sand them down themselves. So you're going to put those on the put those towards the top. And then go ahead and slot these right into place. And, you know, I'm thinking I should just... It wouldn't be one of my episodes, you guys, if I didn't throw something. God. Sometimes CA is really good, sometimes it's not. So for the sake of that, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue down. So I'm going to be a little careful here and take my time for a second. Make sure I'm getting all of my dovetails lined up properly. There we are. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to CA this right now. Just get a little up along these seams up here at the very top. I don't want to go crazy with it. Just making sure everything's staying in place. And if for whatever reason I have to take it apart for some reason, it's not like murdered with CA. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hold this in place for just a moment, and I will be right back. All right, so there it is. And, you know, for such a small piece that you're not going to see very much, it is incredibly well detailed. And I gotta say, like, just the construction of this little piece is super cool. Like, once again, it's those little minor details that, you know, the more I think about it, I think the more I understand, like, the engine on the DeLorean, for instance, from Back to the Future, the Eagle Moss DeLorean. It You build the engine and you never see it, but it's one of those things. Like, even for me personally, like the brake pads and the brake calipers and all of that work that I did on kit, you don't see it and you'll never see it, but you know it's there. And this is definitely one of those pieces. So, and just to show you guys where it goes, and we'll figure out which stage it connects to later on, but we're going to go ahead and take the piece that we made last time, and you just basically just kind of put it in just like that. And the effect that you get, kind of waiting to see what they want us to do, but I imagine that, you know, I might just put this in here now just for the sake of I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Well, I'm doing it very poorly. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'll figure it out. I don't know. But either way, it fits in just like that. And, you know, you'll be able to, you know, as you're looking in, because the corridors, you know, they meet up, and you'll be able to see right down into the little, the end, the weapons corridor. So let's go ahead and turn this the correct way. So it looks just like that. And, yeah, so there it is, what we've just built. It's stages 25 and 26 of the DeAgostini Millennium Falcon from Fanhome. Pretty cool, pretty exciting, and the next one I'm really looking forward to. We are going to be assembling the entire bottom portion of our frame. I am super excited about that. We're getting ready to put it onto our plastic pieces and kind of move on. But before we do that, just a reminder, Star Wars Week starts next week. And I am really looking forward to bringing you all the content for that next week. So that's what I got for you today, and I just want to say thank you. I know that there was a million things that you guys could have done today. Instead, you spent a couple minutes with me, watching me put together a very small piece of a model that is a huge one, and I just want to say thank you. If you guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be. And just remember that the Force is one with you, and that you are one with the Force.